Every beautiful story has to come to an end, and the Bayer Leverkusen amazing fairy tale story is coming to a crazy end. They first go on and lose Xavi Alonso, then they're going to pretty much go on and lose Frimpong to Liverpool, and it is very much confirmed that Wirtz is on his way to Liverpool as well, leaving two of their major stars leaving their club, and also an unbelievable manager. And now we're here, the point where Ten Hag takes over Bayer Leverkusen, and many people will laugh at Ten Hag and say, well, look at what he did with Manchester United, but pump the brakes. Because once upon a time, Ten Hag was the most sought after manager in Europe. The magical work that he did with Ajax and what he did in the Champions League with them, taking them where they took them, the football they played, the pressing, attacking, amazing football, made everybody want him. He landed Manchester United, things didn't go good, but let's remember, Ten Hag was amazing at putting a team together, and the football he loves to play, when it works out well, is insane. I think he'll have success here. Today, we're gonna find out. First thing we gotta do is put Frimpong and Wirtz up on the auction, put them up for sale on the transfer block, whatever you wanna call it. They are now up for sale, and we gotta sell both of them and bring in some money. Not so much to bring in the money, but it's what happened in real life. So we'll let these two players leave, and then we'll jump into the next season. But before we do that, and just so if you don't know, I'll quickly take it to show you how it ended. Xavi Alonso didn't have the greatest season this year, 69 points only. Bayern Munich won it with 82 points and making Harry Kane win his first silverware in his career, right? It's massive, his first silverware, bro. Same thing happened for my boy's son as he won it with Spurs. It's a beautiful story for both of those players to get silverware. We're not here for that story. We're here for the Bayer Leverkusen story. Good news and bad news. Wirtz is sold. He's not sold to Liverpool, but he's actually sold to PSG for 195 million or something like that. Wirtz is leaving the club. Again, couldn't make him go to Liverpool. I just put him up for sale. He went to PSG in this sim. Wirtz, thank you for everything you did. We got a big hole to fill. We got to get my boy Ten Hag a very good cam, because Wirtz is top of the top. First work we got to do for Ten Hag. I've been seeing a lot of rumors that Ten Hag is going to want Anthony at Bayer Leverkusen, so I made it happen. That's right, Anthony, the Manchester United man. I've seen a lot of Manchester United players linked with Bayer Leverkusen because of Ten Hag. Anthony, who had a very nice run at Real Betis, will go back off of that loan back to Manchester United, and with a 40 million pound drop-off, or euros, whatever you want to call it, we are going to be bringing Anthony over to Bayer Leverkusen to be the new star back under Ten Hag for the third time. Once at Ajax, one at Manchester United, and now once at Bayer Leverkusen. So Anthony, welcome to the football club. I hope he's a great player. I pretty much probably overpaid, but either way, he's now officially a part of the squad. Another Manchester United player joined the club, this time Garnacho. I've seen links of it. I'm not joking. I've also seen links of Mason Mount. We'll talk about it in a minute. Right now, it's time for Garnacho to sign. I paid 32 million to bring him back under Ten Hag. He's now at Bayer Leverkusen. We got a right mid, we got a left mid. We haven't filled that cam position yet, although Garnacho can play the cam position. Bayer Leverkusen is busy this summer bringing in talent. Hopefully, this talent has more success at Bayer Leverkusen than they did at Manchester United. Garnacho, welcome to the football club. Ten Hag, I hope y'all can treat these boys good and get them playing unbelievable football. Okay, wow, they said I overpaid. I might have overpaid. It's all right, though. It's all right. Okay, now that it's no longer Xavi Alonso's team, we know that usually the way it kind of works, the way it kind of goes down, is Ten Hag likes to play a 4-2-3-1, something similar to that. He likes to have pretty much 3 midfielders and 2 wingers. He kind of likes something like this. We know that. He also plays a pretty aggressive, like a high line. We know he likes to do that too. And we know his passes are usually short passing, real nice, like control football. They usually play some really good ball, man. At least we saw that under Ajax. So we're going to hope he brings that to Bayer Leverkusen. We definitely think he's going to be in a 4-2-3-1 or something very similar to this. Which now leaves us to talk about what is going to happen with Anthony and what is going to happen with Garnacho. The one thing we must talk about first before we go any further is we know that Arturo is probably most likely going to be the right back going forward now, right? Unless they invested a new right back, it's probably going to be Arturo, the Brazilian man. Grimaldo will most likely be on the left unless Real Madrid swipes him up, because I heard that rumors that if they don't get Carreras, they might go for Grimaldo. And the Carreras deal is pretty hard at the moment, at least when I'm recording this. It might be done by the time, this goes up. But now we have Garnacho that could potentially play the cam or the left mid if we want to do that. But for some reason, they say he could play the cam. I think he's better on the left. We then have Anthony who could play the right. That's what we brought him in for. And now there's this gap at the cam position where Vorts used to play. And I've been seeing people say that Ten Hag wants Mason Mount. I kind of find that a little bit hard to believe, so I might make this position here a little bit not realistic. I know they talked about Mason Mount, Manchester United coming over with Ten Hag. Nah, stop that. Listen, Real Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen are gonna have a great relationship, right? And we just got 192 million for Vorts. In real life, it's gonna be somewhere around 130, 150 million. Why not spend some money on Güler? I dropped 74 million into Real Madrid's bank account, and I'm gonna bring Güler in, the Turkish beast, to be another young Cam. Now, it's a beautiful scenario, right? A Cam that was insane, Vorts, he leaves. Bayer Leverkusen knows how to treat their Cams well. Güler wants more playing time. This is like a fairy tale story, bro. This is like perfect. Real Madrid gets Xabi Alonso, Güler gets playing time. I think it's a win-win all the way around. And I think the team here gets a lot of very, very good attacking options. Do I think this will really happen? I don't think Real Madrid will let go of Güler. But at the end of the day, I do think that it would be a move that I would be interested in, I'll be honest with you, because I think Güler is phenomenal. And to lose Vorts to fill that gap, I don't know anyone that can fill that gap. So you might as well try with Güler, who's just an outstanding Turkish player. You got Garnacho on the left, Anthony on the right, Güler down the middle. Your midfield is looking really nice with Garcia and the ex-Arsenal man, the Beast. You got Grimaldo on the left, Arturo on the right. If I'm being real honest with you, I think we could definitely go out and get them a right back just so there's more competition, because as I look down here, I don't see many right backs. So if we could find a cheap right back that can come in and play ball for them, that could be a good move. And I think I have someone in mind. I don't think this is actually going to happen, but I could see him being a good fit for Bayer Leverkusen. Like I told you guys, this isn't a crazy move. I went over to Benfica, where, as you guys know, Bayer Leverkusen got their left back from. Alex Grimaldo was at Benfica for many years until he went to Bayer Leverkusen. So I go over to Benfica and I pay 24 million to bring in the man from Denmark that goes by the name of Ba. I think this is a really nice fit for them. I think it's a player that's not a young player. He's kind of got experience, 27 years old. I don't think you're going to break the bank or get this outstanding player to recover Frimpong's position. But I also think you can't replace that many good players in one summer. I don't think it works that way. If it did, every football club would be amazing. So with that being said, Arturo and the boy Ba will share time. Ba is a 80 overall in the game. So we'll throw Ba at that right back position and see how the team works out like that. So now it's Ba, the boy Tapasoba back there, Grimaldo. I want to try to get Grimaldo to actually be a left back. I don't know how long that's going to take. So to make him an actual left back, hopefully it doesn't take, and it does, it's going to take 272 weeks to get a player who is actually a left back to go back to his actual position. It makes no sense. EA has no ball knowledge, but unfortunately, that's the game we play. With that being said, we have a massive problem. Based off of EA's logic, we might see Garnacho get no playing time and Grimaldo get thrown to the left mid position just because his overall is higher. This happens a lot in this game. You guys probably know as much as I know. It's what could happen. Also, Garcia might end up getting benched, so that way they play this 83 rated defensive mid. It's just what possibly could happen. Unfortunately, it's the game we play. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but this is the starting 11 that we have given Ten Hag. With that being said, it's time to kick off the season under Ten Hag. They got 2 games in the month of August, Stuttgart and Wolfsburg. 2 tough games, to be honest, to kick the season off. And then they'll get over to RB once September rolls around. I'll see y'all in September. Great start to the season for Ten Hag and Bayer Leverkusen. 2-0 victory over Stuttgart, seeing Anthony get man of the match, and a 3-1 victory over Wolfsburg, seeing, I believe it said Schick. I think it said Sheik. It's S-C-H-I-C-K. Sheik. I hope I said that right. I think that's how you say his name. Sheik, the man of the match in that one. And we jump over to September. Guys, if I pronounce any names wrong, I do apologize. Don't hate me for that one, because I am pretty bad with names. We are going to see their first Champions League game for Bayer Leverkusen going up against Lille, a big French team. They also have a huge game against RB and a big game against Frankfurt, bro. So it's a huge month here in the month of September. I don't want to say September was a bad month, but I also don't want to say it was a great month. A tie against RB and a win against RB, excuse me, and they tie against Lille in the Champions League. So they start off with 1 point. Then they tie the game against Frankfurt, but they bounce back on a 2-1 victory. But remember, guys, they're going up against Bayern Munich, who's a team that doesn't drop a lot of points, and it is very hard to take the league away from Bayern Munich. We know this. Dortmund is off to a great start. We can't forget about them with 15 points. Bayern Munich has 13 points, and Bayer Leverkusen has 13 points. All three top teams are undefeated, but 2 have draws. We do want to go check out really quickly who is playing well, and who is doing what for this football club at the moment, and see if our signings are panning out. Well, 8 games for Ba. He has started the season absolutely fantastic. Also with 2 goals, guys. Ba was a great signing, okay? Absolutely amazing signing here. Grimaldo has 6 games with 1 goal and 1 assist, and instantly you guys are seeing that Garnacho is not there. We'll talk about it in a minute. We got Anthony playing 6 games, dropping 2 goals and 3 assists. Very, very important for him right there. The other striker is getting some PT and also a few man of the matches for him. I think he received 2 or 3 man of the matches, so congratulations to him. But as we scroll down, you're gonna see Goulet only has 2 games played, 1 assist. I brought this superstar in for them, and they're not even playing him. Shout out to EA Sports and their ball knowledge. And as we go down even more, you can see that Garnacho has not touched the field. It's sad to see, man. It truly is sad to see. The truth is it EA Sports or is it just Ten Hag? We know how Ten Hag gets in his feelings, bro. We've seen it happen. That man Anthony, man of the match, go on, lad. Ten Hag be getting in his feelings, and we know how this goes. He be getting mad at players, and they don't be touching the field, and things go really bad quickly. Hopefully that's not the case. October, it's an interesting one. Against Monaco, you saw Anthony had a great performance, but to lose 3-0, and not even receive a man of the match, nothing, just get smacked, and then to come back and not receive man of the match again because you end up slipping up and going down and tying 2-2. You come back in the Champions League, though, you beat Galatasaray, the Turkish giants. That was huge, all right? Big man of the match for your midfielder, I believe it was. Then you go and win 2 games on the bounce right away in the Bundesliga. 2 massive wins, which are important. One was in the Bundesliga and 1 was in the Cup. But as you guys can see, the glory days of my boy Xabi Alonso are over. Bayer Leverkusen has now dropped down to 5th place on 17 points, but let's keep it realistic. That's only a 4-point gap between 1st place and 5th place. That's not a big deal. That is easily recoverable. We know how football changes in a weekend. It's no big deal. As we head straight back to look at stats to see if Garnacho's finally getting some PT. Ba with 14, 2 goals and an assist. Grimaldo on 12, and I know Grimaldo's playing the left mid position 100%, which sees Garnacho not touch the field. And also, lads, Goulet only with 4 games out of 11. It's just not good enough. Garnacho finally got some playing time. It is 3 for him. So, and listen, even the starting striker that was supposed to be the starting striker for this club, the one that I have in the starting 11, he ain't even the one playing. This is the striker that's starting. So, again, I don't get it. I don't know what to do to change it, but that's the way it goes. Also, my boy Anthony's getting a lot of playing time, which is nice to see. Top goal scorer, Anthony is in 2nd place, right behind the striker on 4. But Anthony also has 4 assists, so that's 8 contributions. The problem is, the way these first 2 months have gone, I could really see Ten Hag getting sacked, y'all. I hope that's not the deal, but I could see it happening. Atletico Madrid and Arsenal in the same month. Also Habsburg. Oof. Ooh, man. I don't know. And Dortmund. Oh man, this is about to be brutal. Hopefully I'm wrong. I just had a feeling when I said it, and I wasn't wrong. A 3-1 victory, and I believe it was Garcia who picked up man of the match right there. Atletico Madrid ties at 2-2, and Sorloth is gonna get that man of the match. Then Bayer Leverkusen drops a draw right here, just mess that game up 2-2. Then they go beat Hamburg 3-1, and that's when my boy Aldi, I believe how you say his name, the striker, he picks up the man of the match, and he's been performing really well. So I did talk smack about him, but he's been performing. They tie to Arsenal, and they lose to Dortmund. And it's just one of those things where I truly don't know how this season's gonna end, but it has not started well. And we're already into December, lads, where there's gonna be Inter Milan now. That's just really scary, because after December, we're gonna go check out the Champions League, and we have to hope that this team is gonna make it out the group, out the league table, either into the playoffs or directly in. If not, I think this could get really bad for Ten Hag extremely fast. December was decent, a big cup win, and that boy Aldi's gonna get the man of the match for that one. Then they win 1-0, and our goalkeeper is gonna get a nice man of the match there. They lose to Inter Milan 2-1, and that's when the Argentinian beast Martinez picks up a man of the match. That's when they head into another big win, 3-1 in this one, and that's gonna give that boy Aldi another man of the match performance. Again, like I said, he's been really performing. And then they tie 2-2, and there's no man of the match performance there. But it's time to go look at how things are going around the league, and not only the league, but European football as well. Bayer Leverkusen now sit in 4th place with 31 points, 6 points behind Bayer Leverkusen, behind Bayern Munich, so it's nowhere near over. Bayer Leverkusen could definitely catch it up. If I ever mix them up and say it backwards, I do apologize. Leverkusen can definitely catch them. 6 points is not bad, and they're right there with Dortmund as well. And we gotta remember, they lost to Bayern Munich, so if they would have beat them, they would have been very, very close. As we go look at the cup real quick, we can see that Bayer Leverkusen is still alive in this cup, okay, in the quarterfinals. As we head over to the Super Cup, so you can check this out, Inter Milan actually won it, which means Manchester United won the Europa League and Inter Milan won the Champions League. Y'all get where I'm coming from. EA's ball knowledge. Champions League this season, though, time to check it out. Bayer Leverkusen are down in 15th, which is enough to still make the playoffs, but we definitely got to win some more games here, Ten Hag. This is not good, man. We want to get out the playoff zone. They only have 9 points in 6. Hopefully they can bounce back from that one. And I got to be honest with you, it's going to be hard when you're not playing a talent like Goulet, bro. Let's check out appearances real quick. Baz, still the top player right here, man. Playing 24 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. What a great signing I gave them there. The center back with 23. And then we got Anthony with 23 games played as well. Goulet starting to get more playing time, 9 games now. And Garnacho's still only 4. It's very, very sad to see that, man. The signings we brought them in are not playing. Aldi with 12 goals now. Anthony slowed down a little bit, only has 7, and he has 4 assists, which is really, really nice. Top assist guy is going to be Grimaldo with 5, Hoffman with 5, and Anthony with 4. So I guess Hoffman is getting the playing time over Goulet at the cam position. I believe 100% that's what's taking place. And you know what? I've been saying that Garcia is the one getting the man of the match. I actually think it's Hoffman because I thought they didn't give Hoffman a beard in game. So when I was looking at his face, I thought it was Garcia, but it's actually Hoffman that's been getting the man of the matches. My apologies. I do see January as a very successful month. I do see that, bro, because a second ago I said that we had lost to Bayern Munich, but we hadn't played them yet. That's something I gotta say I apologize for. Grimaldo drops a man of the match performance as they beat Bayern Munich 2-0, right? Then they go into their next game and Grimaldo's gonna drop another man of the match. And they're gonna win 1-0. They go into their following game, and that's when Aldi says, you know what? Hey, let me drop a man of the match performance. 3-1 victory. They go into the Champions League where they kind of needed to win, and they lose 4-2 to Real Madrid, where Valverde drops a man of the match. Then they go into another Bundesliga game, and my Ant-Man, you know what I'm saying? The boy Ant-Man drops a 2-1 victory and a man of the match performance. They beat PSV in the Champions League. I don't know who the man of the match was, I'm gonna be honest with you. And they win back in the Bundesliga 2-1 as well. So huge January, which keeps them alive in the Champions League. But I want to say that this is playoffs, and they're going to be playing against Feyenoord from the Netherlands, who let's be honest, Ten Hag knows very, very well. But before we go any further, we must go and quickly take a look at what is going on around the league now, because that was a very good month for Bayer Leverkusen. They're now 1 point behind Bayern Munich and tied on points with Dortmund, but Dortmund, I believe, tied them or beat them. I believe they tied them. But in the German league, I would imagine it's goals, goals scored and against. In Portugal, I know it's the head-to-head. I'm not sure, but I would imagine Germany is most like most other leagues, and it's kind of like the goals for, goals against, and stuff like that. Bayer Leverkusen in 3rd place behind Dortmund, but they really bounced back nicely here. Big ups to Grimaldo and Anthony and Aldi for putting the team on their back. Champions League, let's check it. It's going to be playoffs for Sporting. There's a Monaco versus Galatasaray game. There's a Frankfurt versus Man City game. Man City's going through the playoffs. Leverkusen versus Feyenoord. Very, very interesting game. Monaco versus Chelsea. Atletico Bilbao versus Milan. Atletico Madrid versus PSG. And Manchester United versus Dortmund. Now, we know in real life it's going to be Spurs in the Champions League, not Manchester United, because Spurs won the Europa League. With that being said, we are going into the next month, and we're going to hope here that the team can get by Feyenoord and get themselves into the knockout round, the round of 16. I will see you on the 28th. Interesting month here. It could have been great. It didn't end great. Cup game 2-1 victory, Aldi man of the match. 2-2 tie, Aldi man of the match. They go into the Champions League, they win it 1-0, and I believe that was Sheik who got man of the match there. I'm not sure. I'm not really good with the pictures there, you know what I'm saying? So I do apologize if I messed that one up. They go tie a game 2-2, and that's that boy Aldi dropping another man of the match. They win against Feyenoord, putting him into the round of 16, 2-1 victory. Hoffman drops a man of the match performance. A big Bundesliga win, 1-0. That's where our center back drops a man of the match performance, but then they lose 2-1, and the boy Gutsa, the legend, the beast Gutsa, drops a man of the match performance, and we lose 2-1, which now means we are advancing in the round of 16 where Sporting will face Bayern Munich. PSG has a game right there against Dynamo. We got Bayer Leverkusen going up against Lazio. We got Atletico Bilbao versus, I always forget who that is. That's not Juve. That's not, who is that, bro? It's not Napoli. I'm so bad with that. I'm sorry, y'all. Chelsea, Inter, Galatasaray versus RB. Frankfurt taking on Real Madrid. Dortmund versus Barcelona. Oh yeah, we're taking on Lazio. Damn, we actually might have got one of the better draws. There is some tough games in here. Wow, and Lazio might eliminate us, but Bundesliga, they slipped up again, man. They're back in 4th place. RB jumps them. They're now officially 5 points behind Bayern Munich and 1 point behind Dortmund. That's really annoying. It's the last game that they slipped up at the end of the month there, which really hurt them. As we take a look at a few stats, top goal scorer, Aldi with 19, Anthony with 11, 9 for Hoffman. I gotta be honest with y'all, lads, if I'm keeping it fully honest, that boy Anthony's having a great season. That boy's having a great season. Grimaldo 10 assists, Hoffman 7, Anthony 6, Ba with 3 and 3. Here's the problem, Goulet only has 16 games played, 1 goal, 1 assist. He doesn't get much playing time. And my boy Garnacho should have stayed at Manchester United. Where are you, lad? Where is this boy Garnacho at? 5 games played. It's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate. That boy got on Ten Hag's bad side. Let's be honest with each other. The month of, what are we in, February? The month of, nope, March. Oh, it's time now, boys. Lazio twice, Bayern Munich once. Could be the game that really determines the season for Ten Hag, Anthony, Garnacho. Right here. This could be it. They got to beat Bayern. I knew this was going to be tough, man. They get eliminated to Lazio. You remember how I said to y'all, oh, this is one of the better draws for them? I thought it was. I really thought it was. Throughout the entire month, there was only 2 players who got man of the matches. Aldi got it once. Check this out. They lose to Lazio. They tie to RB. They tie to Lazio. They lose to Bayern Munich. And they win the game at the end of the month. Ten Hag is in the hot seat. And I do got to be honest with you as we go into April. I just want to say this really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and simulate it while I speak to y'all. And y'all can watch the results with me. I do feel for Ten Hag because I do feel whoever was going to take Bayer Leverkusen past this point was going to have one of the toughest jobs in football. Whoever took the job after Xabi Alonso, it's tough. First of all, you got to come into a team where you're most likely going to have to change the system because there's only a few managers that know how to run this 3-back, aka this 5-back formation well. There's only a few that can do it. So you're going to have to change that formation. On top of you going into a new team, you lose Frimpong, who's one of the better right backs in the world, and you definitely lose one of the best attacking midfielders in the world that goes by the name of Wirtz. So you lose 2 key players. You have to fill those gaps. And to me, when I stare at this, when I look at this, when I really focus on what's taking place here, I see if it goes down the way it's been going down, I see a very difficult, complicated job for whatever manager was to take over. And that's nothing but pure facts. You could have hired Pep Guardiola. You could have hired anyone. The job is going to be extremely difficult. Do I think Bayer Leverkusen can have an outstanding season next year? Of course I do. Of course I do. But I also think the signings have to be the right signings, or I think it could be a very tough season for them. Either way, as you can see, Ten Hag's season is going worse and worse and worse, getting eliminated in the Champions League, not looking good in the Bundesliga. You can see that a lot of draws, a lot of losses are kind of piling up after they went out of the Champions League. This is the final right here. Can they actually win silverware? Can they do it? I believe this is the final, and yes, Alex Grimaldo is standing beside the trophy, so Ten Hag is going to win the German Cup. Ten Hag is at least going to get silverware in a very difficult season. A very difficult season. They win the German Cup. They come in 4th place, which honestly, lads, I don't think is terrible. I don't think it's terrible. I would have loved for them to end in 2nd place, but I want you guys to remember, Bayer Leverkusen put up 69 points this last season under Xabi Alonso. And under Ten Hag, they put up 68 points. So Bundesliga goes to Bayern Munich, and the cup goes to Bayer Leverkusen. You go over to the Champions League, and it's going to be Bayern. Wow, Bayern is in the final against the team I always mess up, bro. Why do I always mess that team up, bro? The Europa League went to Liverpool. They were there. Don't ask me how. They're there. I guess they went. I don't know. They're there. They won it, though. And this goes to RBs. The Champions League, I want to see who wins it, so we're going to simulate a little bit here so we can see who wins the final, if you guys don't mind. And that's how they have it going for Bayer Leverkusen. Personally, Bayern Munich won it. Bayern Munich won the Champions League. So Bayern Munich won the Champions League. Bayern Munich won the Bundesliga. And I don't know if you guys saw that one point there was showing the man of the matches. Jokeres was playing for Bayern Munich. I want to look at top goal scorers really quickly. You guys can see that the Dortmund man came in first. Sane came in fourth. Alde came in fifth. But I'm pretty sure, lads, that Jokeres right there with 15 goals placed for Bayern Munich. So Jokeres goes to Bayern Munich and excuse me, with 15 appearances. So he probably came in January and he scored 12 goals from January and he won them the Champions League. Very crazy. Further, we want to see what the boys did. They dropped 26 goals. That's crazy. Anthony dropped 11 with 7 assists. That's 18 contributions. That's not bad at all. Hoffman dropped 9 goals and 7 assists. Goulet actually started playing a bit towards the end and put up 6 goals and 2 assists. So big ups to that boy Goulet for stepping up. And Grimaldo put up 14 goals and 4 assists. And that boy Garnacho, lads, just didn't touch the field. That was a really, really poor signing. But we brought him in because he was linked. He played 6 games. So not good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what career mode you guys want to see next. I appreciate the love and support y'all been giving the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. None of this is possible without y'all. Get in the comments down below. Let me know. What do you think? You think Ten Hag is going to do his thing at Bayer Leverkusen, or do you think he's going to flop, kind of like he did at Manchester United? I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. I think he's going to be successful. I think he will do well at a team like Bayer Leverkusen. I just have a feeling about it. I really do.